lovely lovelies. Just to give you a heads up, today's not really going to be about anything medical, but as with all my videos, just in case I veer into it, I want to share my special legal disclaimer. Check it out, please. All right, you checked it out? Promise not to sue me? Yay! So moving into the video, this is my review for EBA, which is Elite Blogging Academy. It is a course, an online course that you pay a good reasonable amount for, pretty much the same that would be for a college course, and it gives you insight into how to be a blogger. It is created by a lady called Ruth. I don't want to butcher this name. Sokup or Sukup, I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered that, Ruth. Okay, people butcher my name all the time. I get called Kirsten, Christian, Crushton, and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, like a question mark. Okay, no, it's Kirsten. My name is Kirsten, in case I haven't said it already. And my blog is about my autoimmune disorder, and it's a niche. It is definitely a niche that a lot of people probably don't really know about, but I felt like it was time for me to tell my story because a lot of people ask me how I lost over 100 pounds, and I'm trying to lose another 60 pounds this coming year to prove that it really does work and prove that I can achieve my healthcare goals and keep my flare-ups into remission from my autoimmune disorder, and also just share a lot of my insights and a lot of my struggles and a lot of tips and things that I found out just for informational purposes. Like I tell people, and I put in my disclaimer, I am not a medical professional, but I just think that maybe some people might learn from my experience and it might help them in some kind of way. And if for nothing else, for entertainment purposes, because I'm a silly person. So hopefully they do enjoy everything that I put out there. So for now, though, with the blogging, I was super duper lost when I first started blogging. I mean, not super duper lost, but I learned a lot from Pinterest, but I felt like I needed help, you know, and nobody else I know really does professional blogging. So I felt the real need for it. I really have learned a lot. Well, I'm going to be straight with you. I've only done the first few lessons. So I know I've had it for over a year. I know I'm slack, okay, but this was a lot on me, okay, because at the time, I think when I signed up for it, I would think I had just left one job. I spent the last of my retirement money. I took out my money for retirement because I had to catch up on bills because I had been unemployed for several months. Then I thought, you know, if there's anything that's going to help me get to where I want to be, I think it would be blogging because I'll be self-employed. I'll be able to have something that gives me more creative license and has more of a creative outlet and something that I can just be happy with and share with other people, and hopefully will be flexible for me in the future with whatever I decide to do. So with all that in mind, I thought blogging would be great, but I needed guidance. And, you know, I really wanted it to fit the bill. It was a big price tag. I know I think I probably spent, gosh, I don't even remember now. It was probably $700 or $800. That was the last bit of my money towards this course. So I was like, I hope this course is worth it. I hope it truly is. And honestly, I think it is. I really do. And I know you may be looking at it and be like, ooh, that price tag. It was a lot of money, but I will tell you the reasons why I thought it was worth it, okay? So like I said, I've only done the first 2 lessons. The first lesson really was an overview of, I guess, why people really blog and, you know, why it's not as hard as you think it is. And then I think the second lesson got more to the nitty gritty of it, and it went more into detail over things that she had covered in her webinar. Prior to me purchasing the course and prior to, I guess, the offering of the course, because it's only there for a limited window of time, they had a free webinar where they were promoting the course and explaining all the success stories and things like that. And a little bit was a bit cheesy. A little bit was like, okay. But for the most part, I was sold on it. You know, I was like, I think I need this. I think I need help if I'm going to make this look more professional. And really, once I did it, I realized how much of a mess my blog was, okay? My blog, the posts were less than 300 characters. My pictures were crummy. it just didn't have the content that it needed to be at a more professional level. I didn't really get farther than the second lesson because my life has been hectic. It's been busy. But just off that second lesson alone, that was going more into content creation and content planning, helped me to further my website to the point where people are asking me questions like I'm professional with it. And I'm like, I'm not. I've only been at this for a year, have made $0 from it. So I know that's, if I had probably finished this course, I'd probably be making money right now. But I've been focusing mainly on creating new recipes and expanding all my old posts. I'm still not even done with that. I still have a few more old posts that I want to update and have like more expanded with information. So I'm working on that. But the first lesson, I felt like it was a ripoff because there wasn't much there. Like as far as the workbook that they have you print out, it wasn't hardly anything. But then when I got to the second part, the second lesson, whoa, it was enormous. Like have your printer ready to print out a lot of papers for everything, because there was a lot of stuff that they wanted you to outline into your content planning and how to plan it and how to organize it, all that stuff. It was a lot. And I'm happy in a way that I didn't proceed with everything, because then I'm able to give this review like with my first impressions of it, which may help you. And also I'm happy because a lot of the stuff is copyrighted and I don't want to accidentally like let slip any like secret information that could ruin it for somebody, or you know, make it seem like, oh, I'm passing this off as me when I'm not, you know. Like this is all Ruth, this is all her team, and I think they developed it like really well. I think it's very thorough, and I think it was like very helpful and motivating, because that's what I really need. I've been reading financial books. I've read almost all the Rich Dad Poor Dad books. And I've also read The Pillars of Wealth. I've been reading a lot of financial education books. And I also follow Financial Education by Jeremy on YouTube as well. He is super motivational. And actually, his channel really inspired me to start this blog, because I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing working for other people? Even though I have like the best job ever right now, it's not full time. So I'm never going to really support myself unless it gets there. But for now, it's like perfect for me because I'm doing that part time. And then I have time for this blog, and I have time to do more for my family and all this other stuff going on in my life. So it all has balanced out. Now, there are some people who have full-time jobs that have been able to achieve like tremendous heights through this blog. And you'll probably hear about that from the webinar. But I mean, it's really great, the stuff that they provide. And I think the best part is, even though I didn't pay for the top tier, there are 3 tiers. I paid for the middle tier. There's the first tier that was like, I guess, pretty basic with all the information. I would hardly say basic, but I mean, it's the lowest level. They don't give you like the extras and stuff. The second level, which is the one I got, was supposed to also help with Pinterest and things like that. Although I really hope they update it based off of their new algorithm, because I think Pinterest and I know Facebook and all these other places change their algorithms every year. And then the third tier had all that stuff plus like events to some kind of what they call it, a seminar, like a paid seminar, which I didn't have the time or the money to go to. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with the second option. All this is online, I can do from home. So I went with that, and I was very happy about it. And like I said, I haven't gotten far with it, mainly because my life is insane. But I still got a lot just to that lesson alone, because I now look professional enough for people to be like, oh, what's going on? You know, people think I'm making all this money. I'm not yet. I haven't even gotten to the affiliate marketing, which in a way I'm glad, because I'm also going to be sharing my plans for like all the affiliate marketing and all the other ways I'm going to finance my blog, or hopefully finance my blog in the future. I'm going to share that in another video. But also, like, I want to have my own blogging tips, because I've made my blog from scratch, like literally from scratch. A lot of people, I realize, hire people to make their blog, or they buy like one of those blogging channels that are websites that has everything set up for you. But I actually did take computer coding when I was in school. So I do understand a little bit of like the href and the reference and all that stuff with codes. So I understood enough to, okay, I can work with this. You know, it took a lot of trial and error and a lot of finagling, but now I'm at this point where like, okay, I can do this, you know. So I'm pretty hands-on with the process, which I do enjoy as well. Now, for her course, Ruth's course for EBA, she doesn't teach you any of that. So I think my thing is going to be separate, and maybe I could turn into a webinar class kind of thing myself. I don't know. we'll see. I have no idea. But I mean, a lot of my stuff I've learned like through experience and then also like through other people. So maybe I could get with them. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm even going to do that right now. I need to figure it out. I really have a lot to figure out right now. But I think anything that was purely me, stuff that I purely had to figure out for myself, not from anybody else, is definitely something I want to put on my YouTube channel and share so other people can have it easier, because there's a lot of stuff that I do that a lot of people don't have on YouTube, or a lot of people don't really tell you about. They don't really give you a heads up over. It's stuff you just discover in the process. And I think that's going to be helpful for all these newcoming bloggers if they want to take the time and energy to invest in it. And EBA is definitely an investment. Okay, you have to invest a lot of time, focus, and energy and material. You're going to have a lot of stuff to print out. You're going to have a lot of stuff to write out. And it's going to be a very interesting course. You know, I think it's very interactive. I've liked it so far. These are my initial impressions. And I think that it's a good thing, because that's one thing that the Pillars of Wealth talked about, is having a mentor. I don't have a mentor just yet. Okay, I wish I did. But maybe if I do ever go to one of these seminars that they keep promoting, I will probably come across a mentor. But for now, my only mentor is like Robert Kiyosaki through Rich Dad Poor Dad. He always motivates me when I read his books. And then I guess other books too, like of course Pillars of Wealth was very encouraging. That helped me to get off, you know, my seat and get to it again with my course. And then let me think. And then with, you know, the EBA, you know, of course, Ruth is very encouraging, but also I found even more encouraging was the free webinars. They send you free webinars throughout the year for other people that write self-help and blog help books and websites and things like that. There was one that they sent last fall that was by this one lady that I think it was like organizing for blogging or something, with organization. That blog was awesome. Okay, that really motivated me to be more organized and prepared for my blog, so that I wouldn't feel like such a mess, like all over the place with what I'm trying to put out there. That one was amazing. The other one, you know, I mean, with most things, they're hit or miss. And of course, for all free webinars, they're usually there because they want to sell you something. But I feel like it's not as much of a nefarious purpose behind it when it comes to Ruth and the stuff they put out there. I have seen other bloggers that are super greedy and all they want to do is sell you something all the time. But like with Ruth, like she does send a lot of encouraging emails when you're on her email list. Now there are some times when, yeah, you're getting a lot of emails that you're just like, okay, enough with all this trying to sell this book and all that stuff. I don't ever really want to be like that, but I understand everybody has to have a hustle. Everybody has to make money. And they are helping people. They helped me a lot. So this is just me though. But I mean, I think I'm still subscribed to her email list. I don't know. I mean, I know one of the emails I think I unsubscribed to, but that was for her other blog, I think, because she stopped sending emails for the EBA course. But I found those very motivational. I've saved pretty much all of them and put them in a separate folder. And it helped me to, you know that I'm not alone in my blog struggles. But yeah, that's just the thing, is like, you know, it really is important to have a mentor, but if you don't have a mentor, you are going to have to find some kind of way to stay on track and stay motivated. So I think I'm going to get back into doing the course and get the ball rolling with that. But for now, I still have so many ideas for what I'm going to make with my blog, because I make shopping lists, I make recipes, I make lifestyle posts about like what to do for your flare-ups if you have an autoimmune disorder, and remedies. I also plan on having like free giveaways for different products that people might like. I also plan on you know, just putting more and more stuff out there that people will enjoy and appreciate. I'm not really concerned with selling people things. I'm concerned with like blog traffic. So I'm trying to get to that point, and I'm hoping that the EBA course will help with that. So there's probably going to be a part 2 to this video once I've gotten further along, to share how they've helped me to at least get a grasp of anything with affiliate marketing or of any sorts, to help me give that boost for myself financially. I'm not at that point yet, but I'm really hoping that I get there. But so far, out of all the people that I've subscribed to with email lists, and I'm not trying to bash Ruth in any way, I think she's wonderful. But you know, like the emails sometimes from people can be way too much. It's just a lot. But in Ruth's case, you know, I really loved most of her emails. Like I'm pretty sure like 95% of her emails, I just really felt a lot of like encouragement and felt like really a warm sort of like compassion that you don't really get from a lot of bloggers. So I think that's really what pushed her further is her writing style. You know, I think she's a really good writer and she's really good at conveying information and motivational material. And I think that's a lot of what you pay for when you get the EBA Elite Blogging Academy course. So this is my first impressions. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you check out my other videos because I'm going to have way more information about, I guess, my beginning blogging steps before you get to that point of probably getting EBA. Also, my other tips about like niche blogging, the struggles that I face, the things that help motivate me, because we all need help sometimes. I wish I had a mentor. Ruth is kind of my mentor right now. I know I need to have like a real mentor, like in real life, being like, hey, you know, but I'm not at that point yet. So we'll see how things go in the future. I don't think anything's going to really happen until maybe hopefully the end of this year, but that will be shared in another video. But for now, my amazing viewer, or as I like to say to all my subscribers, my funnily lovelies, have an incredible day. Bye.